y'all. I'm Brennan Lockwood.
And I'm Autumn Zayas.
And I'm Aiden Renteria.
And this is We Wish We Do.
Today we're going to be talking to Mr. Doherty from the College and Career Center about
college.
All right, let's get into it.
Yeah, so our college center was here, but we didn't have a full-time college counselor here. And this year's the first year that we have somebody down here to serve students where they can just walk in. They can come and ask any question related to college or career, or anything in regards to how their classes or the things that they're doing in school could relate to college down the line. And that's why we're here, and it's right off the cafeteria. It's a great location, and we hope that as the years go on, it becomes part of the nature of what students do. They know they have a place to go. They have actually more than one place. Their counselor, and down here in the College and Career Center, where we have our guests from the colleges come in. We have over 120 or 130 colleges visit us in the fall, where the people that are coming in are actually college reps that work for the colleges, so they are experts on those particular schools. Students can come in and visit them. I'm down here as a resource as well, all day, every day, to help students with general questions, more deep questions, unique situations, or just general how do you use school links type questions. So I think for our younger students, for them to be aware that we are here, we're open to all levels of students. Any student can come in here, and that's what makes our center really neat, is we have all kinds of different situations that come in here, and one is as unique as the next person that comes in. We also host, like today, outside my office is our representative from the Illinois Student Assistant Commission, she works with financial aid in the FAFSA, and we have special dates. This is her second time in our office this October, where she's there to help as a resource for financial aid specific questions. As part of our College Career Center too, we run special programs. Like on Monday, the 25th of October, we're going to have a College of DuPage application day. We're a representative from College of DuPage. Stephanie will be here along with Marina from ISAC to help students to apply to College of DuPage right here on our campus. We have also this year modified our website to become a kind of a dashboard for students. MatiaCounseling.org, www.
Yeah, that was really nice.
And it's hopefully our students will start to use it as a go-to, and kind of I have questions or I need information, I'm going to go to MatiaCounseling.org, and I can find all these different resources there pretty quickly as you go through the site.
Yeah. I feel like I think the biggest problem with at least our class is that I don't know about you guys, but I know I was afraid of the College and Career Center freshman year. I was like, what am I going to do with that?
I didn't know. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I did not know this place existed.
I knew it existed, but I felt like, and I always thought the lights were off. I was like, I've never seen anybody actually go in there and even open.
No, when you came over to talk to the classes about college and stuff, and you talked about the tours, until that, I did not know this was.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't know the purpose.
Yeah.
I knew it was a section. I knew it was a department, but honestly, I had no idea what was going on there. So.
Go ahead.
I feel like if we knew more of this when we were freshmen, I feel like I personally would be in here more often, just so I could have that start on how to save for college, what's in my best interest kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad all of what you're saying. I how should I say this? I'm disappointed that it wasn't there in this capacity for you as freshmen through juniors, but I am glad to hear you're saying that this is a need, and now that we're here and I'm down here, I still am. I still have a small caseload of students, but I've been here for a long time. But now that our model has shifted to this, what you guys are telling me is that, yeah, that's a need and that can be value. And if you knew about it younger, you'd maybe be coming in or asking more questions or be more educated. And hearing what you guys are saying is like, yeah, we're doing the right thing. Now let's just continue that and make it part of what students know, and they know where to go. So we're going to continue to do that, and I always like to hear from students and feedback and things like that, because that's going to even make it better and better. So.
Okay, so I have a quick question.
Yes.
Because I heard you mention FAFSA earlier.
Yes.
And that's financial aid, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm quite curious about financial aid because I really don't know how any of that works. Because the cost of college scares me.
I'm glad it scares you because you're aware. Like both of you guys are mentioning that.
And it's a weird thing because I finished my FAFSA thing because my mom was like, do it.
Good.
But the whole 10 school thing, that's what like got me all, because I have these 10 schools and a lot of them are just schools that could potentially be super duper cheap, but not necessarily schools that I would really want to go to. They're just kind of schools my mom was like, that's cheap, apply. That's
the cost like always scares me, and then like I think of like some of like the alternative like decisions that I could make, like doing 2 years at COD and then transferring with people say that it's like a lot cheaper. And I know that a lot of us, there's like this stigma when it comes to like COD and like, like community college.
There's a stigma when it comes to
because people automatically think that like, oh, like, since a lot of people are going to like universities, they're like, oh, like I don't want to go to like a community college.
People like don't even want to go to a school with college in the name. Like it's gotten that bad. Some of my friends that I've been talking to, they're like, yeah, university, and I'm like, you're not applying to any colleges? They're like, why would I do a college? Like, and it puts more pressure on us too.
And I love this discussion. This is exciting for me because it gives me a glimpse as to what you guys are hearing or feeling or pressured by, and I learn a lot from students and my own children who've gone through the process. But a couple of things I would just love to say is, one, your mindsets are outstanding. Like you're thinking about and maybe you are too. They're speaking up about it. But I mean, your mindsets are outstanding because you're thinking about the cost of college, and that tells me you're thinking about your life after college because you don't want to be strapped down with hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt
and no job to pay for
and maybe not a job in your field, or maybe the job that you're looking at isn't a computer scientist or an engineer that's like making $70,000 a year out of college. So and you hear things in the community and you feel pressure in the community, and maybe from certain things, or you feel peer pressure, like you could go to a North Central College. Outstanding institution. It's a college. The name shouldn't matter. And there's a lot of name recognition, I think, of like, oh, you got to go to University of Illinois or University of Michigan, or and those are fine institutions. But if students don't go to the most common name, they're just fine. Secondly, I would say, yes, it can be a very wise choice to go to a community college. Go there 2 years, transfer for the last 2 years. And as an example, if both of you were, you both said, hey, I want to go to, I don't know, Northern Illinois University, let's say. And you said, hey, I want to go to COD first and then transfer to Northern. And she said, I want to go to a 4-year school all 4 years, so I'm going to go there. And you're both going to major in, let's say, accounting, I don't know. So she goes there and pays her 4 years and stays on campus. You come up for the last 2 years, you're the same age. You end up graduating, assuming you took the right classes at COD, the same exact time, on the same exact stage, with the same exact degree. But for the first 2 years, your cost at COD was about $5,000 a year, minus some transportation, of course, you have a car or whatever. Your cost at Northern was maybe like $20,000 a year because you stayed on campus. So you saved 15 the first year and 15 the second year. That's $30,000 a year. $30,000 total.
Wow.
So
Okay, now hold on though. Sometimes your scholarships may be a little bigger coming out of high school than transfer scholarships. Maybe not, but that is a factor. So, yeah.
So does that affect your career? Like, will that affect like people like you, like want you as like to be part of their job or something?
Like saying
Well,
that you
the-
went
the
to community
degrees are
college.
the same.
Yeah, I'm saying if you went 2 years community and then transferred, that doesn't affect it at all.
No.
Okay.
Your degree is from Northern Illinois University.
Okay.
You just took your general ed classes at COD. So the people who, and I totally know, and I'll even say this in some presentations, that there's a stigma that goes along with a community college. Like, the stigma, this is not my opinion, but the stigma is, oh, you couldn't get into anywhere else, so that's your last resort, right?
Do you think that families play a part into that a lot? Because I feel like, I know my mom, at first she was like, absolutely no community college, like, they're smarter than that kind of thing. And I feel like, I don't know about you guys, do your parents see that? Like,
Well, yeah, my parents, for me, they recommend me to go to a bigger school. Or, like, they want me to go somewhere.
because because I feel like they even see the stigma and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
Oh, not my mom.
Yeah.
My mom is like, she's always like been like the do what makes you happy kind of person.
Yeah.
So it's like if she wants me to do whatever, like, cause she is like, she didn't go to a huge like university, so she's always like, go where you like feel most comfortable, and it's probably mostly because of the career that I'm going into,
Which is, what do you?
performing arts, music
Performing arts,
production. It's just like, I really could live my life without going to university or college, because like, if I was just going, I'm just going for like the extra,
higher
mastering,
education.
like you know what I'm saying? But like, obviously if I go to audition, they're not gonna ask me if I have a bachelor in music arts, but like,
Right.
it's just like, I've always thought of like, oh, I want the college experience and this and that, but it's like, what is exactly the college experience? So it's just something I debate all the time. I debate, like, right now I'm applying because I want to seize my opportunity and I'm applying for scholarships, and I'm just like, knowing that I can do that, I'm taking that advantage of it, but I think I could live my life perfectly fine without going to, and I think that sometimes, like, when you tell people that, when they're like, oh, where are you applying? And you're like, oh, I'm not going to college, there's like, people are like, what? You're not going to college? But like, in this generation now, you can't do a lot of careers without having to go to college.
Yes, and that's a topic for. I could talk on that topic too, and I think that there are a lot of different opportunities out there, and sometimes I think your community kind of pushes you or to certain things, and sometimes I think you really need to have an attitude like college. There's statistics that show that a lot of times college grads earn more over the course of their career than non-college grads. Yet I know some people who have gone into the trades right out of high school, become an apprentice. They pay the apprenticeship. This particular student I'm thinking of is an operator, operating heavy machinery. Got into the union, became an apprentice. You get paid, they train you, you have no debt. And when he was 22 years old, he told me that he was making about $80,000 or $90,000 a year. And he did not go to college, but he's wildly successful. I think sometimes people equate college with success, and people who go to college can be successful, but they can also be not successful.
right.
Yeah.
A special thanks to Mr. Doherty for
Talking to us about financial aid, college essays, and all the different tips and tricks for us going into the next years of our lives.
Thank thank you for taking the time to talk with us and for clarifying the things we wish we knew.
Yay!